you have ADHD, and no matter what you try, you simply cannot stick to a plan. You've bought every planner out there and nothing seems to work. But what if planning's not the problem? What if it's the way we're taught to do it? If you're new here, my name's Tanya. I'm a musician, teacher, passive income and SEO specialist, and a planning fanatic. And the chemo brain that I'm dealing with right now presents a lot of the same planning challenges that my neurospicy friends deal with on a regular basis. In today's video, I'm going to show you planning techniques that work for neurodivergent minds. No shame, no guilt, and no rigid systems. So if that sounds good to you, give this video a big thumbs up and let's get into it. Here's what most people get wrong when it comes to planning. We think that not sticking to a plan is a discipline issue, not a brain wiring issue. But the problem is most planning systems are built for neurotypical productivity, not for brains that function differently. And the end result is constant frustration, unfinished plans, and a shame spiral of feeling like a failure. So let's break this down. Planning is not about control. Planning is about support. Support in helping you achieve exactly what it is that you need to achieve. And to achieve your goals, you have to plan in a way that works for you and your own particular brain. And for all my neurospicy people out there, the goal is not structure for structure's sake. Instead, it's about clarity, flexibility, and compassion. So let's take a look at what actually works for the neurodivergent brain when it comes to planning. The first thing is time anchoring instead of time blocking. I know everyone says to time block. You're going to use this set of time to work on this project and this set of time to work on that project. And that works great if you are neurotypical. But if you're neurodivergent, something may come up, something may distract you, or it may just not feel right to work on that right now. Now, time anchoring is similar to habit stacking. Now, habit stacking we see very often in James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. And it really works well if your brain functions just a little bit differently. And this is where you pair what you're planning to do with another task. So for example, maybe while you have your morning coffee, you jot down the 2 or 3 things that have to get done today. During your lunch break, you check your progress on those tasks and see if you need to pivot at all. Right after a meeting with a client, jot down some quick notes while they're fresh on your mind. And then while you're making dinner or tidying the kitchen, take a second to jot down anything that didn't get done so that it doesn't have to clutter up your mind throughout the night. By anchoring your time this way, it's going to keep your day flexible while still providing some of the structure you need to get things done. Another thing that's helpful are visual planning tools. It could be a Trello board, a whiteboard, or simply post-it notes on a wall. I know for me, when I'm working with a big project, I break my project down into smaller tasks and I write them out on post-its. And I either stick them in my planner or on the wall in the order which I need to get them done. And then as I slowly watch those post-it notes disappear, I feel this sense of accomplishment. I'm able to understand exactly what I got done. You could do this with something like marbles in a jar, but this is going to make you feel productive, especially in those larger projects where it seems like it's never going to end. You can visually see your progress this way. Another planning tool that I absolutely love is body doubling. This gives you external accountability, kind of like going to the gym. If you have a gym buddy that's going to meet you there, you are 10 times more likely to show up to the gym. The same thing when it comes to work. If you have a work buddy who's going to be working alongside you, you're more likely to show up and do it. Now, this can be done in person or it can be done virtually. Simply arrange a Zoom or FaceTime with a friend to co-work together. Have everything muted and simply sit there and work. I know personally, I'm in a mastermind group and we have a co-working session every single month, and I get more done in that 1 hour co-working session sometimes than I do in an entire day on an average work day. Simply having the accountability, knowing that there are other people there working alongside with me, helps me to work better. Another thing that works great is a good brain dump. Sit down and brain dump out everything you need to do. I mean everything. If it pops into your head, write it down on the list. And don't get overwhelmed. Just keep writing, because that's not the list you're going to work from. Once you have that brain dump list written out, I want you to look at the top 3 things on that list that are going to move the needle that need to get done first. And I want you to separate those out. Or maybe it's a day where you have 7 things on that list that absolutely must be done that day. I want you then to create a secondary list. This is your daily to-do list. And you are not going to just write those tasks down. You are going to write those tasks down in the order in which you need to do them. This is going to help your brain focus in on what is most important at the time. Instead of being paralyzed by a list of 7 things that you need to get done, you simply look at the first thing on that list because that's what has to be done first. Once it's done, cross it out and move on to number 2. This is a way it takes the decision fatigue out of the equation. You have your list of things that you need to do them, and it's going to help you be more successful. Now, keep in mind that if you have ADHD, autism spectrum disorder, or any other neurospicy, atypical brain function, there is nothing wrong with your brain. There is nothing wrong with you when it comes to planning. You simply haven't found the planning system that's going to work best for you. So instead of going out and buying that trendy planner that everybody has, honestly, I suggest you work with a simple calendar or maybe a bullet journal. Your bullet journal doesn't have to be fancy. Page 1 can be that big brain dump, and then page 2 can be the things you need to do today. And if you're neurospicy, it might be best to go ahead, flip the page from your brain dump and put your to-do list on a clean page where that's the only thing you're looking at. Now, I have worked with hundreds of students throughout my life as a teacher, and the one thing that I've noticed about all of them is everybody learns differently. Everybody functions differently. And it is so important to find what works for you. And if none of them worked for you, let me know that too. And I will make a part 2 to this video because I want to make sure that you have a way to plan for yourself in a way that doesn't send you spiraling down in this feeling of failure. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you do, I think you'll like this video on picking the planner for you. And until next time, peace out.